I'm going to show you how I create the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Blowout hair and makeup all in this video. And I'm definitely a hair before makeup girl. I know like people have their orders of things they do. It's always hair first for me. I get really sweaty when I do my hair. And if I do it after my makeup, I swear like all my makeup is just like sweated off. And we're going to be pinning my hair and putting it in rollers and stuff. And I want that to sit for when we're doing the makeup. There's multiple ways that you can go about doing this hair. I have 1,000 tutorials at this point on my channel about how to do freaking blowouts. I just take a section right above my ears and go straight back and clip all of this up. And we're going to be working with our bottom section first. My hair has finally grown out a little bit from the last haircut I did. My ends look really blunt, but you guys are gonna see with the blowout and stuff, it looks really good and it doesn't look bad. We're going in with the Dyson Airwrap. The iconic Victoria's Secret Bombshell Blowout is very voluminous. It's bouncy, it's sexy. If your hair doesn't hold, you might need to do a few extra steps if you want to get this type of blowout. I suggest going with mousse or some type of like blow dry texture spray. Now I am going to be going in with this styling mist by Jerf Avenue. I've tested it out a little bit, like you can see how much is in the bottle, and I mainly use it for my bangs because my bangs do not stay. My hair does hold pretty well, but for this specific look you really want it to hold the volume. If you were to use mousse, you would just put it in your hands, rub it together, and rub it all through the sections. But I don't know, I prefer going in with sprays, like texture sprays and stuff. Like even going through it with the brush, it's like a little bit more grippy. That does not sound right. I just don't like the way that mousse feels. I've never been able to find a mousse that makes your hair feel normal afterwards. It feels like disgusting. I'm going to be blow drying under everywhere so it's redirecting away from the root. That is how you get volume. So I first catch my ends, and you want your hand to be holding the hair kind of above your ends, not too far up, because then your ends are just gonna fly like all willy-nilly. But once you catch your ends, you want to slowly move the air wrap up, hold it there for like 10 seconds, and then blast it with cool air for 10 seconds, and then unwrapping. To wrap these curls, I kind of just like put my thumb in them like this to get the curl started, and then I just wrap it up. And we are just going to be pinning mainly the bottom ones. I think I might put rollers in my top ones. I want to show people like you can still achieve this without doing Velcro rollers. When I see most of the pictures of the Victoria's Secret models getting ready, a lot of them just have pin curls in and not actual Velcro rollers. If you have the Dyson, you can't get your hair to catch on it. It's probably because you're not taking flat sections. When I take sections that are not flat and they're a little bulky, it will not catch on the Dyson Airwrap. Also, if the little arrows right here are not in the front, it doesn't like disperse the air correctly. You need those little arrows to be directly in front. I was using my Dyson a couple times in a row and I'm like, why the hell is it not catching my hair? It was really frustrating though. I could not get my Dyson to work for like weeks. I'm like, what is going on? The whole bottom section is pinned into place. Now we're going to work with our second section. I just take my finger where your like side part would be and go straight back. And then again sectioning the top section. Putting in our styling mist. Guys, there's a new Dyson that came out. I had the original Dyson, and then I got this Dyson because I actually wanted this one for the longer barrels. Could not fit my hair on the other one, and I kind of want to buy the new Dyson. It's called like the Dyson ID, and it's like Bluetooth and connects to your phone and crap. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it yet. Let me know if you guys want a video on me like reviewing the new Dyson to see like if it's worth it, how different it is from the old one. Does it actually like work better? And I just kind of want to see all like the Bluetooth stuff because this is the first hair tool that's come out that has like Bluetooth. For this section, it's going to be the same exact thing, blow drying under towards the face. When doing this specific section, you really want to make sure you're holding it at this angle. Then when you're doing it, you're going to let it go and there's going to be a little bevel right there at your roots. The more you hold your hair up, the more volume you're going to get. This is an arm workout too. It's completely redirecting all of the hair from the roots, so when we take it out, we're gonna have a nice little bevel. That is the middle section done. Now last we have our top section. I'm starting at the back and working my way to the front, and I'm blow drying that away from my face. I'm gonna pin curl the very back one because I don't really have enough room at the top of my head for all the rollers that I need. For rollers in the middle part, you want to have it angled very high. Not straight up, but not like straight down. I'm gonna get these a little wet just because they style better. Now we're gonna do this towards my face. Rollers are done and I am now sweating and my face is red, and this is why I do my hair before my makeup. First we gotta prep our skin. This is the prep that I always do and it makes you really, really glowy. This makeup look is very glowy. The skin looks like super healthy. This is like my holy grail before makeup prep. First taking some skin milk, and this is the one by 𝙤𝙑𝙀. The one by 𝙤𝙪𝙀 is also really, really good. I feel like this one just like helps my actual skin more though. It's very soothing and it's supposed to help your skin barrier. The 𝙤𝙀 Peptide Glazing Fluid. I love 𝙤𝙀 products so much. There hasn't been like one product that I haven't disliked, but I really, really like this one for before makeup because it's like, look at how glowy we are already. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Water Cream. It's not heavy at all, but it actually like deeply moisturizes your skin. And then last for prep, taking a lip mask or even just Vaseline and kind of glob that on while doing my makeup. By the end of my makeup, when I'm gonna put my lip products on, my lips are super plump and not crusty. Okay, so let's look at a few pictures here. There's two pictures that I have like in mind already. There's one with a lid that is just like sparkly. It's gorgeous. Very, very, very bright inner corner. And of course, very, very glowy. I recently bought this, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. And I really hope it doesn't break me out because I have the Hollywood filter. It was like really, really, really big. It broke me out so bad, like red little bumps, like rash all over my face. I think I'm allergic to something in it. So let's hope that doesn't happen with this because my face is like tremendously clear at the moment. We're gonna put this kind of on the high points. Kind of everywhere. And I'm just tapping that in with a beauty blender. It's not wet or anything. The iconic London Illuminator drops, and putting that on very specifically the high points is very, holy crap. Since my skin is doing pretty good, I don't really need that much coverage, but I do kind of want to put skin tint on at least. So everything else we're going to put on kind of has something to stick to. So I'm taking the 𝙤𝙑𝙀 Skin Tint. I really, really love this stuff. The only thing that I don't like is the smell. It smells a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, okay? For me, the smell like completely disappears after all of my makeup is done. It is a really, really good product. SPF 40 in it. Just gave us more of an even base. So I do have some like scarring and some discoloration around right here. These looks are very, very bronzy, and I've actually never used this product yet. I just bought like my Sephora sale items that I've been like wanting to buy. So I kind of got like a lot of new makeup, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. Adding some to our jawline, and I kind of do it like where I want the shadow to naturally be. So I do it a little bit like above my jaw line thing. Really good at explaining shit. I don't know, it just like makes it look a little bit sharper, but then we gotta drag it down so we don't have a straight fucking line there. And then of course the forehead, do just like right there. I'm gonna take the teeniest, tiniest bit of the Charlotte Tilbury contour in my cheekbones, just like in that hollow to give us a little bit more of a sharp shape right there. They got skinnier noses than I do, obviously, but I don't really want to mess with nose contour and stuff because I feel like it's just like not part of this look, so we're just gonna kind of leave my nose as is. Blush is very pinky. I'm gonna take the Rhode. I've actually used this every single day recently. This is my favorite blush ever. The Rhode blush in Piggy. We're gonna pop that right here, and we're also going to be going in with powder blush on top of this as well to really like make it pigmented. All the brushes I'm taking are Hourglass brushes. I'm also gonna have literally everything I'm using linked down below in order of like when I used it. I'm trying to keep this in the same exact area and like blending out the edges because I don't want it to go all over my face. We kind of got a bright-ish under eye going on. I'm first gonna take Rare Beauty eye brightener, just put that right there. Just tapping that in with my finger really quick. And I like to do this because then I put less concealer on and there's less of a chance of it like looking cakey. And then taking the Hourglass concealer. Stippling that in with the Sephora Pro Concealer Brush. I'm gonna kind of bring out my concealer over here. This just really lifts my face up. Bringing the excess onto my eyelid. And then taking the brush that I used for my blush, melting the concealer and the blush together. Even though this is a really glowy look, we still need to set. I'm not built for just not wearing powder. Okay, I will crease, it will slip and slide, and you can see every single pore on my face. Around my eyes, I take this like fluffy brush and this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Complexion Protecting Eye plus Face Micro Powder. Okay, that name is a little excessive, but you know, it's a setting powder. This side is set and then this side is not. Now, me personally, I like the set side way better. Still super glowy, but now our makeup is actually going to stay in place. Taking actual bronzing powder, not cream. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury one, and just very lightly setting cream bronzer in place. If you have dry skin, you can just go in with cream products. If you have oily skin, you can just go in with powder products. I have normal skin. I find when using both, it makes them last all day long and you don't lose any of the pigment throughout the day, because a lot of times with like bronzer and blush, I will put it on and look at myself 3 hours later after I went out and it's completely disappeared. Like I haven't rubbed it off or anything, but it's just like faded. And it does not matter what brand I use. Like I can use like the best quality, the top rated, and it still always happens a little bit. But when I do this and layer cream and powder, it lasts all day without fading. Okay, it is time for eyebrows. I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil and I use the shade Taupe. It's like the same exact color as my hair. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna overline them. I'm not gonna make them look skinny. I'm just gonna kind of follow my natural shape. There's nothing crazy going on. It kind of just looks like they're accentuating their like natural brows. Barely taking a little bit of concealer and just cleaning up the bottom of the brows. But I don't want there to be like a straight line. I just like got out of the line a little bit over here. Now, there's quite a few different eye looks that I've seen. The one that I really like is the one with like the full silver glittery lid. There's a lot where they have some color in their crease as well. And I am gonna set the lids because they keep creasing. I'm setting it with the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but this isn't like the white one. This is like, I think this is like the lightest skin color one. This is the Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette. And I think I'm just gonna take like this shade and this shade, like cooler tones. A super small crease brush. The Sephora collection one. It's the Pro Crease 24. And I'm just very like barely touching the brush to my eye. Going in itty bitty little tiny circles. So taking this neutral shade and kind of smudging it down here a little. And I'm not bringing it all the way up in here. I'm just focusing it on the outer edge of the bottom lash line. I'm taking this like white shade. I did this the other day. It just brightens up your face so freaking much. Like this needs to just come back fully. Everyone needs to start doing this. It also just like for some reason gives major winter vibes. I'm literally taking the same exact brush. I just rubbed off the last color and focusing it mainly like in the inner corner, but we are bringing it down as well in here and we're flicking it up. The one thing that I really love about the Makeup by Mario palettes, every single shade is so buildable. You can start out and have it like be very low key, but then you can keep stamping stuff on and it can get like very intense. So you have like the best of both worlds just in one palette. Taking a little bit of dewy setting spray. And by a little, I mean like a shit ton. I have been testing every single shimmer I have. I have this Moon Dust from Urban Decay. I think I'm just gonna tap it. Literally spraying the actual eyeshadow and just doing it with my finger. Alright, I think that's as good as we're gonna get, honestly. I'm adding a little bit more white to the inner corner. Like this picture in specific, it's so bright. Dior highlight in the inner corner. look like a winter wonderland princess. Dipping back into this taupe cool neutral shade. I'm putting that like directly into that like socket part of your crease. Curling my lashes. This is the Lancome's 𝙤𝙚𝙤𝙪𝙧𝙚 mascara. I don't know if that's how you say it, 𝙤𝙚𝙤𝙪𝙧𝙚. This is my all-time favorite mascara. So I'm just very lightly feathering on the mascara. I don't want there to be like a bunch. I don't want it to be clumpy. Just mainly to the tips of my lashes too, so they don't fall, because my lashes like to do that. My lashes go like naturally out pretty straight. The Dior pink blush, placing that right on top of where we put our cream blush. Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, and taking like these three and tapping that on my high points. Adding a little bit to the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, under the brow bone. For the lips, everything is very just like a natural pinky, kind of looks like their natural shade. This is my favorite lip liner of all time. I use it every single day that I do makeup. It's the RMS Beauty Go Nude Lip Liner in Morning Dew. My other favorite is their shade Sunset Nude. It's a little bit darker. They're more pinky in all the pictures, so we're gonna go in with this one. Now I am gonna slightly overline, but not like crazy. I just want my lips to look a little bit more plump. I start out by drawing the line, instantly rubbing it out, and then relining it. It gives like a little bit of a shadow, so it makes your lips look bigger than they are. Taking this Patrick Ta lipstick. This pink looks identical to all the pinks that are in all of the pictures that I see of Victoria's Secret makeup. And of course I had to add some lip gloss because I'm a lip gloss girl. And then I also went in with this Buxom Plump Lip Gloss. Makes your lips feel a little tingly, and it made it a teeny bit darker because the lighter pink shade just was not doing it for me, my skin tone. Something was off. Honestly, you're only doing it right if you use like 50,000 lip products, right? Benefit Brow Wax. Just gonna make them a little floofier. This is one of my newer favorite brow products. It's literally like texture spray for hair, but for your eyebrows. And I don't know how, but it makes it look like you have more eyebrow hairs. I don't understand how it does it, but it does it. And I love it. I think it's time to start taking down the hair. Taking everything out from the bottom and then working my way up to the top. My favorite time to leave rollers in is like 3 to 4 hours, or just like way longer than that, because it really gets that volume and curl to hold. I would suggest to do it for 30 minutes to an hour, and I had it in for like an hour while doing my makeup. The longer you have them in, the better it's gonna hold. When you're taking your rollers out, if you want them to come out a little bit easier, put 2 fingers in them and roll them out in the direction that you like curl them in. For some reason, it doesn't pull as much. See what I'm talking about with the volume right there? That is what we wanted. I'm gonna shake out my roots. I feel like this is a lot more of a side part moment. That is so pretty. I'm not brushing it through or anything. I'm just kind of running my fingers through it. Now, this is the time frame when you would go in with hairspray and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm staying at home. I'm literally taking all this off in about 10 minutes and going to bed. So, but there is one last thing we must do. A Victoria's Secret robe. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.
I don't know if you like the way I put my words together, but I need you to stick with me just like some birds of feathers. Or like bricks and scales, hand in hand, drop